All right, guys, welcome back. Quick corn update today. Well, I am getting ready to go mow some more hay. This, like I say, this stuff was planted May 29th, so it was pretty late in the season, but it's coming along pretty good here. This is like 105-day corn, so it does have a long ways to go. And I have a while till harvest for sure. Like I say, for me, it's like Thanksgiving, right around Thanksgiving. November 17th through Thanksgiving was when it was harvested last year. But it's doing pretty good. And this field looks really good. Now, this field was one of the test plots. This field was that stupid wet one that we had to just, it was a nightmare to spray. When he planted it, he was just putting corn any which way he could to be able to just get it planted. You can see where I turned around here. There's some that I had to run down. But the nitrogen, yeah, some of this is even chest high. So now this field looks pretty darn good. And this was a test field that I put, was it this one? I think it was this one that I had put 20 gallon nitrogen down that I just sprayed on the surface with some of the nitrogen stabilizer. So there was pretty much, well, there was 20 pounds in the ground before it was planted. Then it was planted. There was some corn starter, some nitrogen in the corn starter. And then I did top dress 40 gallons. So this got a little bit more nitrogen. Nice big leaves on it. But anyway, the corn isn't the subject of today's video. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so the subject of today's video, you probably guessed it, we are making hay. Still making hay. We are so close to the finish line here for first cutting. It's getting exciting to be able to finish this up finally for the first cutting for 2018 hay season. So yesterday you saw me mow, yesterday you saw me spray, and I also tedded yesterday. I didn't get any footage of that. I threw that hay that I mowed yesterday apart because it is a nice, sunny, hot 90-degree day today, and it's not really humid. I'm not sweating like crazy even at 90 degrees, so it's not bad. I did go up and ted it apart because the sun was pretty strong. I wasn't going to do it in the morning. I just left it go, but I wanted it apart for all the morning sun. We are going to ted some again today. There's a couple lumps. I just want to go through it one more time, get the spots that are under the trees and any place where it might look wet. But okay, you guys knew I had 5 acres of hay left. I mowed about 3 or 4. So that leaves about 2 left, 1.5, 2 acres left. So I keep pretty accurate records of hay yields as far as number of bales per field in my Farm Logs app that I use. I record the day I mowed it and how many bales it gave after I bale it. So the field that is the steepest on the farm, the most rolling, the one I did not get to until September 8th of last year. For first cutting in September, yeah, I know. It did actually make some half-decent hay, and I had somebody buy that hay. Just because the first stuff, the orchard grass, was pretty well dead. It was straw. The second cut orchard grass, or the stuff underneath, came up. And by the time September, we had a real hot September rolled around, it made some half-decent hay. And I don't know, the guy that bought it said the horses loved it, so whatever. If he bought it, I was happy it was gone. So anyway, this year's I'm not going to wait till September. I have some time this week. After this week, we are going to need some rain because it is hot and dry now for quite a few weeks, or well, a week and a half now of no rain. But that's fine for my schedule. I have got to get this hay done. So anyway, like what I was saying with keeping records, this 2-acre field, 1.5 acre, 2-acre field, the last one I have to go, only gave 96 bales last year. Now, I did not put any nitrogen on just because it was, I think it's scrappy hay. The guy that bought the hay loved it, so I don't know. The worst field I figured, and he bought it, so that's all right with me. Anyway, so 96 bales. So I have 4 wagons for this 4 acres, 3-4 acres. I can get, I don't know, 90 on. I should have enough wagons to do what I have cut. So today, being that it's a day later, I am going to mow that last 2 acres. Like I say, it's the steepest. I have to be in the mood to be on the hills. Hopefully today that will be the day. I'm going to hook up my hay bind here on the 986 and head up there, get my seatbelt on, and give it a try. See what I can get done. I'm not worried about the feet. I know I did it last year and I didn't roll it, so I know it can be done, but there is a real nasty groundhog hole or sinkhole or something in the center of that field that I have to watch out for. I'm not sure where it is. I have to pay attention, find where it is, and mow around it. What I was going to do in the spring was haul some topsoil up and fill it in, and it just didn't get done. My loader wasn't ready, it wasn't finished, and I just kind of left it go. So I have to find that sinkhole, and I do not want to find it with the tires on the tractor. So like I say, we're down to 2 acres, and today I want to mow it. So even if I fill 4 wagons, 96 bales should fit on a wagon just about. If there's a little bit in the field, there's a little bit in the field, but it won't be like the other day with 150 bales left in the field. So there's no nitrogen on it, and I'm cutting it earlier, so it doesn't have so much of that second cut coming up, so maybe it'll even give less. So I'm confident enough in the weather forecast that even if I get delayed for some reason, I can still get it off in time. So I'm going to stop talking. Got to hook up the hay bind, and we're going to head up there. And I'm going to try to take some film. I'll try to film what I can once I feel safe and feel confident. I do want to mow some with the camera off just to make sure that I'm not going to have any issues. So, all right, I'll come back with you. All right, I meant to say I wanted to ted this field around first. It's about 1 in the afternoon, so we'll get it tedded around, and that way it has more time to dry. So yeah, we'll mow after the tedding is done. So I'll come back with you. I couldn't ask for a better drying day. The sun's out, there's a breeze. This stuff is drying down pretty nice, so just want to get some of these thicker spots tedded out again. And it should be ready to go for tomorrow, no question. Get it raked. I hate raking hay. That's probably my least favorite job as far as all of hay making, is raking the hay. Especially in a field like this one where there's so much turning around. So, then we'll get it done. All right, we got that hay tedded. Some people had asked about why I use the 986 on the hills to mow. I think that was a question. I just wanted to show you guys how wide this tractor is set. You can see how, maybe you can, it's a little dark. You can kind of see it's not as wide as it could be, but I'm not a fan of putting the wheels all the way out to the end of the axle loaded with calcium. But this tractor has a width, an overall width, and I don't think I ever measured, I just want to do that, 8 feet 2 inches. So 8 feet wide is pretty significant for a piece of equipment, at least for me. Now, the approximate center of gravity probably is, I don't know, 4 feet high to the center of the tractor. Some guys have wanted to know why I didn't use the 560, which still has a fuel problem. I haven't done anything with it yet. We're going to get to that as soon as things slow down. I want to use this for second cutting. I promise you guys, we will have this out for second cutting. Get a width on this. I don't want to set, some guys had asked about why I don't use this to spray with. Yeah, it isn't very difficult to set it to 30 inches. You can slide these wheels on the axle, but 30 inches with how high this is, and I can't do this tape measure one-handed. Hang on here. To there's 5, 6. So you're looking at 6.5, 7 feet, 6.5 feet wide. 7 feet, somewhere in there. So, on the hills, I don't want to have tractors that aren't utility models that are low to the ground, set to 30 inches. It's just, trust me, you get on a higher crop tractor on the hills and they're set to 30, you really, and not four-wheel drive, safety's sake. The Farmall C is set to 30, and I have been on our hills over at the other farm with it already. And that's a lot lower. You can see how much lower it is to the ground than the 560. Now granted, this is one of the highest pieces of equipment I have, but it is much more stable, being 8 feet wide. Then like my 685 set to 30-inch rows, you feel a lot safer having more weight, more tractor. It's just one of my preferences here. It's something that's not going to change as long as I'm on these hills. I did rake and ted this steep field that I'm going to with the 685 last year, and even though it's so low to the ground, being set at 30 inches, oh man, it's just something I don't look forward to it. And for safety's sake, this I have been on all the hills with, every single one, the steepest parts, and I'm very confident in this tractor here. So, all right, it's just a little quick, hopefully I answered some questions. Hills are a whole different ball game. Some of you guys know that. Some of you guys do farm hard hills. Some guys have dual wheels and four-wheel drive, which also makes it a lot nicer and you feel a lot safer. But what I have to work here with, I'm very happy with the setup that I have going, and I don't want to change that. So we're going to mow some hay, second cut with the 560. I do have fields that aren't very steep, so we will get into that. I have to, I'm going to do some repair videos on getting this fuel tank back to the way it should be. So anyway, enough talking. I got to keep moving. All right, guys, back with you. My day got all messed up. That last clip was from about 3 p.m. It is now almost 8 o'clock, and I just got back. Something came up. I didn't get that field cut. I'm just looking at the sky now. I don't think we're supposed to get any rain because I do have that hay laying and tedded out twice. It's dried very nicely. Tomorrow we are going to rake it and bale it, and I have to get things situated here, so that's what I'm going to finish up tonight. I got to get the 2 hay wagons that are in here. I have 2 up in the field, 2 in here. I want to bring these 2 up and put them up in the field, so that way tomorrow they're up there. I have to hook up the baler onto the 986, hook everything up there, and I'm going to hook the hay rake up for the 685 for tomorrow. So I don't know. The forecast still looks good. I can still mow that field tomorrow and still have plenty of time, so that might be the plan. Maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow like 11, 12 o'clock I can cut that field. It doesn't take long. Well, it takes a little while because I can't go very fast because of how steep it is, but if I start at like 11 I should be able to finish by 12:30 or so. And it's getting windy here now. I don't want to. Yeah, I'd be surprised if I made it through all the first cut without any rained on hay. So far I've been lucky. Just walk out and see what's going on here. If we do get rain, it won't be that much. It shouldn't hurt it. Anyway, to finish off this video for today, I am going to do a corn update. I'm going to take you through every field and we will see how it did through the different test plots. This stuff is really shaping up. This is corn on corn, so I'll just do a quick run through. There's potential here for sure. There definitely is some potential. You can see a little bit where the drop hoses burn the corn. I mean, this is chest height already, so a little over a month and we're chest high. So that nitrogen, I kind of wish we would get some rain. At this point, I'm not worried about the hay, but it's going to get dry here with another 4 or 5 days of high 80s and no rain. I got a little bit of this going on. But for the majority, So this field was a whole different story compared to the other ones as far as what I did. So I do have a lot of, every cornfield had something different done. I didn't want to be consistent. I wanted to try new things. So we'll see. I'll do a special corn update video for you guys and show you what we got going on. So I don't know. I got to get things just rearranged and hooked up to salvage the rest of today, and then go at it again tomorrow. Less warm. It's a little cooler tomorrow, so that'll be nice. So thanks for watching, guys.